Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Facebook Live Disney Parks and Resorts reopening Q&A. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate your time this evening, joining in on the discussion, watching this video, asking your questions, but more importantly, just linking up with other Disney fans and friends. So we want to welcome you to the show tonight. It will be an information-packed hour full of all of the details on Disney Parks and Resorts reopening. We have a schedule laid out for tonight, which I will share in a little bit. But as questions come in, as you ask your questions, we'll pop them up here on the screen and get those answered. So tonight, in the chat box, in the comments, we do have some of the Disney Co. in the Know podcast and blog contributors to help ask some questions that they have received from listeners. But more importantly, to make sure that I don't miss anything because that we don't want that to happen. So I ask for a little bit of patience tonight. I am working the controls. I have work in the comment box, and I have a ton of notes here and over here. So if you look, see me looking to the right, I have a lot of notes because as those of you who have been following along with all of the news coming out of Orlando with parks reopening and Walt Disney World, their plans to reopen, you will know that there is a lot of information and it seems to be an evolving situation. So I see that our Disney Co. in the Know contributor Lydia is here. So hi Lydia, thanks for being here. She says that she loves information-packed hours. Well, that's good because that's what we're going to have tonight. And Emma, hey, thanks for joining us tonight, Emma. It's good to have you here on the show. So please feel free to comment or ask questions or provide any responses. So it is good to have you. So now, before we begin, I just want to say that I am the owner of 407 and Beyond Vacation Company, and as a small business, I just want to say thank you to all of our current clients who let us book their family vacation. And for all of those of you who are looking to plan a vacation or cancel your existing reservation and make a new one, we hope that you consider 407 and Beyond Vacation Company to help you plan your next family vacation. So I see Alex is here, and Alex is excited to learn. So Alex, it's good to have you. Thanks for being here, and please feel free to ask any questions or chime in here on the comments. So now that all of those formalities are out of the way, I want us to relax. Maybe some of you are eating dinner tonight or have a good drink with you. So let's just chill. We'll slowly get into all of this information. And of course, as you have questions, feel free to ask. So I do ask that in return you give this a video a thumbs up on Facebook. It will be on YouTube as well. That just helps keep the show going and spreading the word. So if you have friends who have Disney reservations or who are looking to go to Disney or Universal, share this with them so they get all the information, and hopefully they can join in on the comment section and join in on the discussion next time. So before we get a little bit further, we'll probably also have a Facebook Live event next Monday night at 7:30 again, so a week from tonight. Where we will discuss the evolving Walt Disney World reopening news, and then we can have fun discussions as well. But I think we're gonna roll these out on a weekly basis, just giving the rapid pace at which all of the reopening details are occurring. So please give this video a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. So let's just jump straight into the details, and I want to start off with the Disney Resort hotels. And you're going to notice I do have a packet of information and notes here. And there will be times that I do want to read some of the details directly from the Disney site because I don't want to get it wrong. And the other thing that we probably won't do tonight is kind of speculate on what we think is going to happen, because we don't want to, spread misinformation. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started. So the big news that came out a couple weeks ago is that the parks are going to begin reopening on July 11th, but not all of the parks. So the Magic Kingdom and the Animal Kingdom will open on July 11th, and then 4 days later, Epcot and Hollywood Studios will open. Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are the parks that get the most guests, and so part of Disney's strategy is to open up those first and get 4 days worth of park operations under the belt before all 4 parks open. But really, what the news that really kind of broke late last week is when they made this announcement, all of the resorts were listed as opening up on July 11th. But recently, that's been taken off the web, and we don't have further word on when the resorts are going to open. But we do know that DVC, Deluxe Villa Resorts, and Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground will reopen on June 22nd. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, June 22nd? That's 2 weeks before the parks open, starting on July 11th. And yeah, you're right. So you also might be thinking, so what are we going to do if we have a reservation at a Disney Deluxe Villa Resort for those 2 weeks? All we know is that the resorts are going to open, the villas and the DVC. Some of the dining options will begin to reopen, and they are running buses to and from the resorts to Disney Springs. And what Disney has said is that they are going to maintain physical distancing on the buses. So buses will not be running at full capacity. So just keep that in mind. So just to recap on the resorts reopening, if it's not DVC Deluxe Villa, we do not have a confirmed date on when those resorts will open. So Disney has provided things or some items that you should know before going. Disney is not taking new room reservations or park tickets or selling new park tickets as of right now. All of that is temporarily suspended. So the only guests who are going in July when the parks reopen are those with existing park tickets, or room reservations. So no new reservations at this point, and no new ticket sales. So the kind of the biggest news that kind of shook the Disney universe when it broke was that to get into a theme park starting July 11th, you not only need a valid theme park ticket, which you always needed, but now you need to make a park reservation. And so folks that's new for everybody, and everybody at this time is a little anxiety ridden about their family vacation and a little bit nervous with the news that's breaking. But you will need a park reservation. And just because you have a resort reservation does not guarantee you access to the theme parks. So the new park reservation system, you might, how do I make a reservation for me and my family starting from July 11th and later? We don't have the answers to that. Disney has not released that. But all we can say is update your My Disney Experience app on your mobile devices. Make sure those are up to date, because when the new park reservation system releases, it's probable that's going to be through the app. And so if you have questions on that, we don't have the answers because the answers have not been provided yet. So, all right, I don't want to neglect the comments here. So it looks like Susan is here. Susan, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your time this evening. She says we have reservations for late November. Will that still be valid? If you have room reservations, yes. If you have tickets, yes. But things are changing. So if you already have existing reservations, you should be good without knowing all the details of your vacation. And just going off the comments, I would say if you have a reservation now and you don't have to make it, but make sure that you also have park tickets. because only those with park tickets are going to be able to make one of those reservations for the theme parks. So Susan, good question. Thanks for joining tonight. Let's see. Let me go back up here just a little bit. It looks like Alex was scheduled for March and April. Both got canceled. Yes, we have had so many clients who have had their vacations canceled. They use the recovery package, the free dining, to book a vacation this summer, and now those are being canceled. She says then May, then June, then August. Yeah, that seems to be the trend. Here, let me put this up, Alex. So Alex, I don't know if you got the recovery package or not, which was the free dining for rebooking your trip. But we're going to get the dining here in just a little bit. But just as a precursor to that, the dining packages have been taken away. So if you got the free dining package on a recovery offer for having to redo your trip due to COVID-19, that has gone away. Disney is taking that away, but they are replacing it with a 35% discount on your room reservation. So if you were part of that recovery package, you will see that taken off and 35% discount tacked onto taken off of your total bill. So I also want to say we've had a lot of questions come in saying, hey, the news broke about the dining offer is gone, but it's still on my account. Or, hey, we still have Fast Passers dining reservations on our account, but we know they're being taken away. So what I can say is that when I spoke with Disney very recently, they told me that they are going in chronological order of date of vacations. So they are taking these actions on accounts starting with July and August, and then working into September and October. So if you have a fall vacation, but you're in your My Disney Experience itinerary, it's not showing what it is that we're discussing tonight, give it some time because they are working in order of vacations. So yes, Alex says, wondering, here, let me pull this up. Yes, also wondering this, like ferry boats, monorails, and Skyliner. Good question. If they are going to be operating, it will be at a physical distancing space. So and I see that was worked off of Hannah. Hannah, good to have you. She's a Disney Code the No team member. You will see her on podcasts and shows and her articles on the blog. To stay up to date and all of this stuff, visit our blog page on our vacation site at www.407vacations.com/in-the-know. So I don't know actually if I do this, if that's backslash for you guys or this, but anyways, Hannah says, will buses be the only transportation that are open as of now? Good question. We don't know for sure, but, well, no. Yeah, we don't know for sure, but that also gets us to buses will be available. The Magical Express will be available to take guests to and from the resort from Orlando International Airport. So Hannah, buses will be open and the Magical Express will be open. So Disney is also recommending that if you have a reservation and you're going to get a park reservation and you qualify to make your reservation at the parks, here, let me throw this up here. So if you have a reservation at the parks, when that system releases, that you please use cashless transactions to really lessen the contact between you and cast members. So that includes credit cards, debit cards, gift cards, Apple Pay, even your Magic Band, even though this is not a Magic Band. So if you are lucky enough to be someone who has an existing reservation and can get a park reservation, then they are asking you to use not use cash. Excuse me there. So I had to flip the page and couldn't think at the same time. Let's check back in the comments real quick. Park hoppers, Alex, probably not. So I know I said I didn't want to speculate, and I won't. So I will say probably not. Yeah, I don't even know if those are even going to be valid or available anymore. Because part of this, here, let me put your comment over here. Part of the park reservation system is limiting capacity in the park. So not only do you need a park reservation, but the capacity will be much lower. We don't know what percent the parks will be operating at, but we know that they're going to be lower, and that's where the park reservation comes in. And so I don't foresee park hoppers being available. Vicky, thanks for joining us tonight. Sorry, I'm just now getting to your comments. They're coming in. I'm trying to keep up. Vicky says, "Do you know when Disneyland will reopen?" Good question, Vicky. The answer is no, because it has not been released. Now, if you go on the Disneyland's website, you can book a reservation for July 15th and later, but they have not announced that the parks are actually going to be open July 15th. So it could be one of those things where if you made a reservation July 15th or anywhere time in July, in that midsummer range, they might cancel those and punt those to a later date like they have at Walt Disney World. So Disneyland has not announced when they will reopen. But if you follow us on Facebook and visit the site, we'll try to keep you updated, and maybe we will have news on that on next Monday night's show. But Vicky, thank you for joining tonight. We appreciate you spending your evening with us. Alex, when June got canceled, I lost it, and they did not honor it for August. I got my... Okay, good. So Alex is an example here. She got her dining plan refund, but didn't get 35%. That again, I don't know, but my guess is that just take that wait approach and check back when they get to your vacation. But definitely something to call Disney on if you did qualify for the recovery package, and then your vacation was canceled. I hope I get a refund for my park hopper. Excuse me there. I need to take a drink. Yes, Alex, I do too. Let me go scroll back up here before I move on. Okay, all right. That might be the immediate comments there. So let's talk more about the resorts reopening. So some of the benefits of staying at a Disney resort will also be temporarily suspended. So we already talked about Disney's Magical Express service that takes you to and from Orlando International. That will be operational, that will be running. But the Fast Pass service is temporarily suspended. They have canceled all Fast Passes that were existing, and have just shut down the Fast Pass system temporarily. They are not going to open that up in the foreseeable future. So why are they doing that? Because they are going to take the extra queue space to expand the queues and the attractions and shows for physical distancing purposes. I don't want to say social distancing because, as tonight we got people in the live chat, the Disney community, and coming together, physical distancing. Typically 6 feet apart. They're going to use the Fast Pass queue to help space guests out. So no Fast Pass service will be available when the parks reopen. And extra magic hours have been temporarily suspended. So the in-park experience is going to change. So no Fast Passes. So if you're planning your day this summer, again, if you have valid theme park tickets or reservations that qualify you to get a reservation at a theme park, then things are going to be modified. But Disney is a huge operation with 30 some hotels and 4 major theme parks. That their reopening is coming a month and a half after Universal's, their main competitor in the Orlando area, and they're just going through all the precautionary measures to make it the safest experience for guests that they could possibly make. And we will get to those health and safety measures here in just a bit. So Casey says, let's go to Hannah real quick. Hannah says, how does the Fast Pass queue work? The short of it is the Fast Pass queue will not be a separate queue, but be in addition to the normal queue. Just to make that one longer so that they can fit guests in, but also keep them distanced. And Casey says, Casey, who is the producer of our show and producer of all things with Disney Co. in the Know, and a great colleague for 407 and Beyond, he's in the chat tonight. So, Case, thanks for being here. Will the shows and parades still be happening? No. So, unfortunately, because parades and fireworks, naturally just bring people together and congregate people, parades, fireworks will not be happening in the foreseeable future. So, Casey, you also say, will the shows be happening? There could be some shows, but but not the stage show, but maybe indoor shows with seating where they can physical distance guests. So, but I'm going to use that Casey's question there to, yeah, exactly, Alex. So Alex says parades and fireworks aren't happening now. Yeah, Alex, 100% correct. Not happening for the foreseeable future. So parades and fireworks are a lot of people's vacations and times at Walt Disney World, especially at the Magic Kingdom. We all love the parades and shows, happily ever after at night. So the in theme park experience will be different, but we need to adjust to the different experience, because this is what the experience could be for the foreseeable future. So yes, Alex, that is right. Lydia, do we know if any of the rides will be closed? Not specifically. So let me take another drink here. Excuse that awkward pause. A lot of talking. So do we know if any of the rides will be closed? Not specifically, but we'll see as we get a little closer till. So I think that is okay. Caught up on the comments. Let's talk a little bit. So Disney is taking the extra lengths in cleaning. So they say that the common areas will receive what they call enhanced cleaning. And your room will undergo enhanced cleaning. So they say in common areas, which are highly trafficked, such as public elevators, escalators, handrails, benches, tables, restrooms, and more, I'm not going to read the whole list, that those are going to get extra cleaning. So guests can feel a little bit more comfortable in the resort hotels. Housekeeping will be ramped up. Alex says, what are you drinking? I am drinking a Pepsi Zero in a Starbucks glass, if you are asking me. So, Alex, what are you drinking this evening? So, back to your rooms. Inside your room, you'll find individually wrapped glassware, double-cased pillows. Honestly, I don't know what double-cased pillows. Well, I know what it means, but I don't know how that's preventative. So if somebody actually knows that in the comments, let me know. Teach me something here. And during your stay, you will receive a light cleaning service every other day, which will be the removal of trash and used towels, replenish the towels and amenities throughout the bathroom, wiping and cleaning of the surfaces, and vacuuming if needed. So that's the housekeeping in the resort hotels. But as for the health and safety measures, that you can expect to experience in the parks and resorts, as for physical distancing and limited contact, there will be signage on the ground that will look a lot like this and is going to cover my face, which I don't think anybody watching will mind. Well, that's not it. Here it is. So you will see these on the ground to guide guests on where to sit. Or where to not where to sit, where to stand, excuse me, on where to stand to help maintain a minimum of 6 feet between them and other guests. And they will have physical barriers kind of in those high traffic areas where it might be hard to physical distance. So those physical barriers will be there. Excuse me. There will be plexiglass between guests and those working at the stores and merchandise locations. And again, they're asking for cashless transactions. As for face coverings, so you can see here part of the enhanced protective measures. Part of that is the face coverings. They have provided some guidance on that. And Disney has changed they first released and said anybody 3 years or older will be required to wear a face mask. They have changed that, and anybody 2 years of age or older will be required to wear a face mask. And that will include cast members. So they did provide some guidance on what face coverings should be. They should fully cover an individual's nose and mouth and allow the guest to remain hands-free. Excuse me. They should fit snugly but comfortably along the side of the face. They should be secured with ties or ear loops and be made of a breathable material that is disposable or reusable. So that is Disney's guidance on face masks, but you will be required to wear one. And they do remind guests, face mask is not a substitute for physical distancing. So let me get back to the comment box here. Any news on photo ops being canceled or still happening? With social distancing, can you get close enough to cast members for photos? Oh, I should have put that up there. I'm sorry. Hannah, great question. I probably should have mentioned this with the parades and the shows being temporarily suspended. So are character meet and greets. So no character meet and greets, but don't be surprised to see characters out and about in the parks at a safe distance so you can take selfies or ussies. They're doing that in Orlando or at Universal Orlando, and I have heard that it could be a possibility at Walt Disney World. So it could be a possibility, but please expect character meet and greets to be temporarily suspended. So, and it looks like Alex commented there on photos. Casey, as an extra layer so they don't have to wash the pillows themselves. Excellent. Thank you, Casey. Casey's commenting there on the double cased pillows. So thank you, Casey. Lydia says, with resorts, will the pools be open? So yes. So thank you for that segue, Lydia. Pools will be open, but again, just please, mind you that we don't have an opening date for resorts yet. Just the DVC villas and Fort Wilderness campground. So, but when the resorts do open, it is expected as of right now that the pools will be open. And Disney has said that face masks are required at all times in public areas, except for when you're in the pool and when you are dining. But we will get to dining in just a little bit. So, Lydia, yes, the pools will be open, but there will be reduced hours. Leisure pools will be open 24 hours a day, but the main big feature pools at each resort will have reduced hours, and they will operate at reduced capacity. So I don't know what that will look like necessarily, if they will do a head count, if you have to scan your magic band in, which you would anyways, but if somehow there's a counter, or they will eyeball that. But the big main feature pools will have reduced capacity, and reduced hours. If you are staying at the Yacht and Beach Club over there at the boardwalk, and obviously one of the biggest highlights of those two resorts is that they share a pool, Stormalong Bay, with the sandy bottom. It is huge. It is arguably the best pool on Disney property. Stormalong Bay will not open up with all the other pools and resorts. So Disney has said that you can visit the beach club's leisure pool or head on over to the boardwalk and visit their pool. So Lydia, thanks for that question. So Casey, I think you're asking the question that's on everybody's mind. And as I continue to talk, I'm going to have to continue to take a drink here. Are they going to have anyone walking around enforcing these new rules? It is likely that cast members will be trained. Well, they are being trained on all the health and precautionary safety measures, but it will be likely that if somebody is not following the rules, that they will be told that they need to put the face mask on. So a lot of people ask, is it required? Yes, Disney is private property. Part of coming onto their property is you have to wear the face mask. You have to have your temperature taken before you enter the park, so we can talk about that. Anybody with a temperature of 100.4 or higher will not be allowed entry into the park. And the same goes with cast members. If a cast member has a temperature of 100.4 or higher, they won't be allowed to work. But the thing that you want to keep in mind is Disney is recommending that you take temperatures before you even come on the trip, or if you may have come in contact with somebody with COVID 14 days before your trip and you didn't self-quarantine, not to come, because if someone in your party has a temperature of 100.4 or higher, the whole party is not allowed into the park. So it's not just that one person. So you really want to make sure that that you do that before you leave. So I want to head back to transportation just really quick. Self-parking will be available. Valet service is temporarily suspended. But if you are a guest with a disability, they will have services there. And the minivan service will also not be available during the initial reopening period. So let's check the chat real quick. Vicky, as a housekeeper, it will help with the cleaning and help with bed bugs. Yeah, I would imagine that, I think maybe the extensive cleaning will just be an overall improvement that maybe we will see continued for quite a while. So Lydia says, oh, that sounds cool. I could totally see Disney doing something like that. I don't know what you're referencing, but yeah, it would be really cool if Disney did something like that. So please tip your housekeeper, says Vicky. We can help. We work hard to keep your rooms clean. Yes, absolutely. So, well, we appreciate housekeeping at our resorts, and especially during this time with all the vamped up health and safety precautionary measures. So, can you imagine wearing a face mask while swimming? No, I don't think that would work. So that is funny. Yes, Lydia, I agree with you. I hope everyone does follow the rules, because it's not just you and your family at the parks. At 407 and Beyond Vacation Company, we try to book and help you have the perfect family vacation. Our services are free to you. You get personalized attention and personalized vacation planning. But the reason why I preface what I'm about to say is that there are other families at the parks, and so just because you want to take a face mask off, make sure you go to a designated safety area where it's okay to take a face mask off. But Disney is going through all of these measures, and we really hope that guests follow the rules and make it is an enjoyable experience for everybody there at the park. So, okay, all right, let's move on. Dang, that van is so cute. Yes, that van, the minivan service is cute, but won't be operational for the time being. So, all right, caught back up on comments. Let's talk about room amenities. So, online you will find which dining locations are available at which resort. And we'll probably have that posted on our blog here sometime soon. That is obviously evolving. We already discussed the pools. Fitness centers will open in alignment with, the Florida and county regulations, they say, but will also have reduced hours. They're also going to have reduced capacity. Again, I don't know how they're going to monitor the capacity, but it could be some sort of counting system with the Magic Band, or an employee will be there. So, oh, Lydia, that is a great question. Let me pull that up. Will they update their maps with the designated face mask free areas? I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but I hope they do, because I can just imagine it being, well, I don't have to imagine, but July, Florida in July is going to be extremely hot, and kids ages 2 and up have to wear the face mask. It's going to be hot. So I hope that they don't make guests kind of wander around the park trying to find these designated areas, and that they update their maps to make it a little bit easier on guests. So have they said anything about selling face covers? I have a feeling Splash Mountain is going to claim a few. Splash, excuse me. I'm getting choked up here talking about Splash Mountain. So Splash Mountain does claim a lot of things throughout the year with guests going down Chickapin Hill. But yes, So there's a lot of face masks being sold at Shop Disney. I imagine that they're going to have those in the park. Again, don't want to speculate, but I don't want it to come across as Disney has released that information. But Universal Orlando was selling face masks, so I would imagine that Disney will as well. So, all right, very good. All right, so available recreation. So here, new product launches. Talking about Shop Disney. New product launches and collections will not be available in the parks. So you can only buy collections in the latest launches of products and merchandise at the Shop Disney website. And if you are like me and some of our team members, we love pin trading. Pin trading will be a hit and miss situation. So the pin trading with cast members will not really exist, but with the with the boards, the pin boards, that will be available to guests. So you won't be able to walk up to a cast member with a lanyard with pins and trade pins, but you will be able to go up to boards that they put out in the parks. And when you purchase something at a Disney park, it is so nice, and part of the accommodations of staying at a Disney resort is that when you buy something in the parks, they ship it back to the room, so you don't have to carry it throughout your entire day or put it in the stroller. You can just have that shipped back, pick it up that night or the next day. Unfortunately, that delivery option is no longer available or is temporarily suspended. So I imagine that that will open back up at some point, but again, reducing that interaction between guest and cast member. So I heard they are doing pin boards still. Yes, that's what we know as well, Alex. So I'm glad we are aligned with that. You can buy them on Shop Disney. Alex is referring to Lydia's comment about selling masks. They are selling masks. Alex, are they in packs of 3 or packs of 5? I don't recall, but yes, they are Q, and you can pre-order those for delivery. So, excellent. So, just really quick, I'm going to go down a list of things that are temporarily unavailable at the resorts: arcades, campfires, character experiences, dog parks, the electrical water pageant, marina rentals, pin trading, playgrounds, and as part of things that are canceled in the resorts and the parks are those close-up interactions between guests and cast members. So spas, salons, and unfortunately, Bippity Boppity Boutique will also be temporarily suspended. So if you have reservations for those will be canceled. So, not necessarily new, but Disney is asking guests to check in online and go straight to your room. If you have not done that before, that is really quite simple. You'll get a text message or a My Disney Experience app notification that your room is ready, and it'll give you your room number. You go to that room and you use the app or your Magic Band. Again, not a Magic Band. And that will open the door. So you can bypass the front desk altogether. And they are automatically checking guests out. So unless you had an issue or there's some sort of discrepancy with your room or your bill, you do not need to check out at the front desk. So Alex says packs of 4. So the face masks are in packs of 4. I said 3 or 5. Of course, it's 4. Alex, thanks for that info. Different sizes, but no kids sizes. Yeah, I hope that they have masks available in the parks for kids, especially since the requirement is kids 2 or older must wear them. So Alex says, if I'm staying on resort property and I'm driving to Disney, can I use my car and park for free at the theme parks? If I understand your question correctly, you still have to pay for parking at the resorts. But if you have an annual pass, you can park for free. If you're driving to Disney, you will have, so if I understand correctly, yes, you'll have to pay when you get to the parks. But Alex, please make sure that I'm understanding your question correctly. Alex, you and Lydia are on it with good questions and comments. So I appreciate that. So, yeah, Yeah, guys, lots of information and details. Let me turn a few pages here in my notes, and let's talk about modifications, cancellations, and refunds. So, as I said before, Disney is temporarily suspending all new room reservations and all new park ticket sales. Um, so, if you have a vacation that needs to be canceled because of COVID-19, they are waiving the cancellation fee, but only up to a certain point this summer. And then I have been told that the 30-day window for a full refund will take effect. Um, so please keep that in mind. And not to have a shameless plug here or anything, but if you do cancel your reservation this summer or fall, please support Forest End and Beyond Vacation Company. We'd love to help you book your vacation, tailor it to your family, and again, our services are free. We are paid directly by Disney. So, to wrap up this evening, I want to talk a little bit about the dining experience. So, the dining experience is going to change as well, and so face coverings are still required in the dining areas for those 2 years of age and older, and must be worn at all times. That's in the lobby, walking around the restaurant, but can be removed with this while eating and drinking. So that's the only times that face coverings are permitted to be removed. And something new with the park reservations here, planning to dine at a table service restaurant. So if you are planning to dine at a table service restaurant at a Disney Resort hotel and you are not staying at that resort, you will need a dining reservation. You cannot just show up to a resort and try to walk into a sit-down restaurant. You will need to have a reservation. And they are saying that it's required for those guests who are not staying at that resort, but is also highly recommended for guests who are staying at a Disney Resort hotel. Let's continue dining. We'll talk a little bit more about the My Disney Experience app. At this time, dining reservations, they're not available. So making dining reservations will resume at a later time. Dining reservations, if you had them, they have been wiped clean, right? And that's just in an effort to start over with capacity limits, with the new park reservation system coming out. That dining reservations have been cleaned off of people's accounts. Again, if you still have yours, it could be one of those things that they have not gotten that far into the dates yet. So, all right, let me see here. I'm driving. Alex says she made dining reservations at Disney Springs. Excellent. That is definitely what you need to do. So, Alex, we hope you have a great time at Disney Springs in your entire vacation. Rachel, welcome. If this is your first comment in the group message, Rachel, welcome. I hope I did not miss any previous comments from you. Can we re-reserve our tickets? She asked. We scheduled for July 7th before the updated info came out. I would also like to add new days. Yes. So Rachel, you cannot at this time add new days. Which is what we've been told. Again, I want to well, it's too late to preface, but I want to stipulate that things are evolving and things will change. But what we've been told and what we've seen is that you cannot add days to your existing park tickets. I don't know what you mean by can we re-reserve our tickets. If you have theme park tickets that are for specific dates, yes, you can modify those to a later dates or get a refund. So if that's what you mean, Rachel, then yes. But if not, please make sure to clarify me. So when dining reservations open up again for guests to make, the 180-day typical window for dining reservations, right? It's about 6 months before your vacation. And with clients, we are always on there on that date. Booking dining reservations, that window is shrinking from 180 days out to 60 days out. So really about a third of, not about a third, exactly a third of the time to make your dining reservations. So 60 days out, you can begin with making those. And as I said before, all dining packages have been temporarily suspended. So if you had a dining package, that's no longer available. And so if you were on that recovery package, you will see the 35% off discount. If you were not part of the recovery package, your dining package will be taken off your account, and then you'll be refunded that amount. So, yeah, that is that for dining, I believe. Oh, no. Let's. I have some notes here on the in-dining experience. So, you may see a variation on what is available on the menu. And so Disney, as always, has posted the menus, but you will see modified menus there. Excuse me. And as for character dining will not be available when the parks initially reopen. That's kind of in the same theme of what we've been discussing for this hour, that the interaction between guest and cast member or characters will be temporarily suspended. So character dining is not available, but there is one character dining experience that will be available at Topolino's Terrace, Flavors of the Riviera at the new Riviera Resort. So beautiful resort, beautiful restaurant, great for food, and they will have character dining. So let me Susan asked a question here. Let me pull it up. I missed your answer about driving to Disney, paying to park at the resort. If busing is rough, can we drive and park at the resorts without paying again to park? So Susan, maybe I hope I did not forget. Maybe I did. I probably did forget to circle back to Alex's question on this. The short of it is, I don't want to answer this question because I don't want to mislead you into misinformation. So with all of this coming out, I hope that the parking is free if you have valid theme park tickets and a park reservation. But I just don't want to provide an answer and it be wrong. So Susan here and Alex, here's what I'll do. I will find that out and I'll put it in the comments on our Facebook page or to this video, and we'll circle back. And we'll definitely circle back on next Monday night show. So Susan, thanks for holding me accountable. I appreciate it. And I'll put the answer when we get validation on that or confirmation on that in the comments below. So thank you, Susan and Alex. Lydia, our character dining experience is still going to happen. Only at Topolino's Terrace. So again, reducing the character interaction or cast member interaction with the guest. She says just answered it. Never mind. Also sad. Yes, I'm sorry to bring the sad news, but yeah, a lot of experiences are going to be modified and reduced, and we just have to get used to the new normal. Dinner shows will not be offered, and dining locations will be limited in capacity, and that's part of the reason why they took off everybody's dining reservations off of their My Disney Experience account, so they can start booking anew and limiting that capacity. So as for modifications, cancellations, and refunds, pardon me there, another awkward pause. Let me just read to you straight from what Disney is saying on modifications and cancellations. So, all prepaid dining and experience reservations impacted by the closure will be automatically refunded. Again, expect that in the chronological order of your vacation. So if you're in the fall and you don't see that yet, be patient, because the folks who have the vacations in July and August, they'll see that first. Reservations made at locations impacted by the closure will not be charged a cancellation or a no-show fee. So if you made a reservation at a location that no longer is going to be open, you will not be charged a cancellation fee, as it should be. So, and so Disney also says, I just want to read it, that we've made the difficult decision to cancel and temporarily no longer offer Disney dining plans. You will receive a refund if you have already paid in full, or a reduction in amount due if you have not made final payment. So Let's see. So no Hoop-to-Do review. Yes, Susan, no Hoop-to-Do review for the initial reopening. So hopefully that comes back soon, because there's a little bit of physical distancing kind of in that show, or at least there could be. So hopefully that is one that will open up. But remember also that Fort Wilderness Campgrounds and Resorts is one of the first resorts opening, and so maybe we will see some opening of Hoop-de-Doo review. So Alex coming with another good question. And is it true we have 7 days prior to cancel and get a full refund? So again, I hate being a travel agent and saying, oh, that I don't want to answer this question, because it has been changing. I have been told that yes, that it can be even less than 7 days if you're in like this July, August period. But I've also been told if it's in the fall that the 30 days limit on cancellation or avoiding cancellation fees, will apply. Let me make sure here that is still what they have said. So it says, to provide additional flexibility, we are waiving Disney-imposed change and cancellation fees up to the date of check-in for reservations with arrivals through October 3rd. So Alex, I believe you said that a cast member told me that when I was going on my trip in June, yeah, exactly. So Alex, let me put this up here. That seems to be the messaging. It's back and forth. They're trying to figure this out. I have seen, I don't want to say jokes, but theories that maybe it would have been a little bit cleaner just to erase everybody and then reopen up reservations. But as I read here, what they have on the website as of today, June 8th, that the imposed change and cancellation fees up to the date of check-in for reservations will be waived through October 3rd. So Alex, as you've said, you're this summer. I can't scroll all the way back up here, but she says I'm August 1st. So yeah, so you would be within that window. But again, I don't want to say, quote me. That's why I'm reading notes from the Disney site here, because those are continually evolving. So Alex says, thank you. No, Alex, thank you. You've had such good questions tonight. I personally appreciate you being in the chat as well as everybody else. So Susan, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thanks so much for your comments. And Lydia and Casey, team members of Disney Co. in the know, as well as Hannah, thanks for your comments and questions, because I know that they've been getting questions too as team members with the Disney Co. in the Know podcast. So we have a few minutes left. I'm going to open it up for more of your questions in the last few minutes. And while you are typing those, I'm just going to say that you can follow our podcast on iTunes and at YouTube at Disney Co. in the Know. So we are a new podcast, a new team coming together during COVID-19, self-quarantine, trying to put out a product. You will see that on our earlier videos and podcasts, the quality is a little rough. We were trying to figure out the technology to do this from different parts of our state and country. And so, but you will see that as the videos and the content continue to be produced, that they'll be better in quality. So you can check us out there on iTunes and YouTube. You can follow us on all the normal social media channels. If you want to stay up to date on the latest Universal and Disney news, follow us and like our Facebook page. I even have the thumbs up icon here. That will get you notifications on the latest news, which will take you to our blog site. So if you visit our blog site, you will see that it is not infiltrated with all of the minute details at Disney parks and Universal parks, but we hit all of the main news and kind of the things that you need to know to be in the know. So please use us as a resource, and please comment on articles. And if you ever want to write an article and be a contributor yourself, reach out to me at bruce@407vacations.com. So I do want to get back to the comment section real quick. Alex says, Spaceship Earth is definitely closed, right? No. So Yeah, so it went under for refurbishment before the parks closed. But on the My Disney Experience app, as of a couple days ago, this may have changed. It would appear that the renovations for Spaceship Earth have been temporarily suspended. That's the theme of tonight's show, temporarily suspended. And that this attraction could open up when Epcot opens up. So I don't know about you, Alex. I'm personally really excited about the updates to Spaceship Earth. I'm really excited about all of the updates and renovations coming to Epcot. So as much as I don't want them to halt the new construction projects and construction on Spaceship Earth, part of me is a little happy because I will get to ride that version of Spaceship Earth again. Rachel says, thank you. That answers my question. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us tonight. All of you who have been watching live, thank you. I hope you join us again next Monday night at 7:30. I'll come back with some more Disney news. You come back with what you have heard, and we'll talk it out. And maybe we'll have we'll add on a Q&A about our favorite Disney things, what your recommendations are to eat, what my recommendations are, your favorite parks, my favorite parks. But yeah, let's come back next Monday night at 7:30 and bring up some more news. So if you have not, if you weren't unable to join us tonight, take a look at this video, check it out. Please give us the thumbs up. Oh, the thumbs up is still up there. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I just constantly thumbs up. So yeah, watch on your own time. Comment in the comment section below. Ask your question. If you weren't able to ask a question tonight, put it in the comments. I will try my best to get to it. But the most important thing you can do is help share this with friends and family who may have existing reservations or may be looking to make or to book their family vacation at Disney or Universal, and have them reach out to us at www.407vacations.com. So Casey says, real quick, we're running out of time here. What is the first ride you are going to ride the next time you are able to go? Ooh, well, I think it will probably depend on what park I get a reservation. I will say if I get a reservation for Epcot, which is so close to being my favorite park, I'll hold off what my favorite park is maybe for next Monday night, but I'm probably going over to Soarin'. But as Alex put up there earlier, maybe I'm going to Spaceship Earth because I don't know when that's going to be going under refurbishment. So Casey, let me pose that back to you guys. What ride are you going to ride the very first time you're back at the parks? Pick any park. We'll just hypothetically say that you have a park reservation to the park of your choice. So what are you guys riding? Rachel, will the notes from this Q&A be posted somewhere? Yes, I'm going to write a recap of tonight, but I will plug again, if you visit us at www.407vacations.com/in-the-know, that is our blog page, and there are already articles about all of this information up there in the top news section. If you scroll down on our blog, you'll see links to our podcast and other videos. We have contributors write articles, and so you'll see that all on our blog page. But yeah, I'll put together some notes from this Q&A and post that in addition. So Rachel, check us out on our blog page. So Haunted Mansion, Lydia says Haunted Mansion is what she's writing when she's back in the parks. Yeah, Haunted Mansion is a top 5 Walt Disney World attraction for me, hands down. I will argue with you about that one, not really. But yeah, I'm with Lydia. Haunted Mansion, I miss it. Alex says, I read an article that it might open with Epcot. Yeah, Alex, she's referencing Spaceship Earth. Yes, that's what I have heard as well. Alex says, I am too, but I want to ride it before it closes. Yeah, excited about the renovations, but yeah, it's such a classic attraction, Spaceship Earth. I want to ride it with Judi Dench narrating the attraction for us. So, and Lydia, yeah, Lydia says, oh, are they getting rid of Judy? I don't know if they're getting a new narrator or not. That attraction does cycle with new narrators as it gets updated. So fingers crossed that it's still Judy, but we'll see. So Alex says, yes, I'll be back next week. Excellent. Alex, we look forward to having you back next week. And bring your friends. The more, the merrier for sure. Cheshire Cat, Cheshire Cat, Magic Kingdom. Alex is going to Peter Pan and Epcot Soarin'. So, Alex, I will join you on Soarin'. So that is one of my favorite attractions. Even though if you sit in Section A or Section C, the screen is so bowed and bent. So as you're experiencing the Eiffel Tower in Paris, it's like leaning. But even with those faults, Soarin' is one of my favorites. So, Alex, have you ever done the backstage tour of World Showcase? I have, and it's not typically included, but our tour guide included a backstage of Soarin', and it was amazing. So, Hannah says, thanks for answering our questions. Looking forward to next week. Well, Hannah, thank you for being part of the team and for joining in on the discussion tonight. And Hannah says, Rise of the Resistance for sure. Yeah, that's the best theme park attraction right now. So if you can get a boarding pass, Hannah, I say go on Rise of the Resistance. So, all right, a couple more. Alex says, Kilimanjaro Safari. Alex, yes, me too. My favorite attraction there is Kilimanjaro Safari. I know Flight of Passage is a fan favorite. It's one of my favorites. They also have Expedition Everest, but Kilimanjaro Safari is a different attraction each time you ride it. How can you beat that? So I will make the point to tell guests and clients that Animal Kingdom attractions rank right up there with other parks attractions. So you want to put Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, Rise of the Resistance. You can put it up there with Expedition Everest. I wish the Yeti was working. Kilimanjaro Safari, Dinosaur, Flight of Passage. So yeah, I'm a huge Animal Kingdom fan. Lydia says, Sames. Great, thanks. It's the best attraction. Yes, Lydia, you can thank the Phoenicians. So, Alex, let's see. Okay, here we go. Section A and C are better. Front row, and you don't see any feet dangling. Yes, yeah. The front row is definitely the best because you don't want to see the feet dangling. Yeah, something like that. So, so definitely. So I will meet you at Soarin'. And Lydia, I'll meet you at Haunted Mansion. So, all right, guys, it is 8:32. I have 8:32. We will close up shop for tonight. Stay with me for just a few seconds after the show. There's some links to where you can find our website and social media. Guys, thank you so much for joining this live Q&A from 407 and Beyond Vacation Company. I am Bruce Beal. It has been a pleasure meeting you all. And everyone, I appreciate your comments and joining in on the discussion. Even though I'm the only one on camera, this show is really about you and Disney fans together. And I think in addition to our podcast, we will definitely have some more Facebook Live events because this is certainly more fun than just talking into a camera without the comment section without you guys. So thanks again. And I will see everybody next Monday night at 7:30. Tell your family, tell your friends, and please, please, please like this Facebook video. That definitely will help us grow and reach a bigger Disney and Universal audience. So guys, thanks again. Thank you for supporting small businesses. Thank you for supporting us. And please stay safe and have a good evening. We'll see you next week.